Imagine you have a friend who is a teacher of geometry. He knows you are a Python programmer, so he comes to you and he asks you. He says, I want to create a program which generates some random coordinates for an imaginary rectangle. You know, something like, he explains. I want a program, he says, that to print a message, like rectangle coordinates, and generate some random values, which are supposed to be the lower left x and the lower left y values of that rectangle, and the upper right x and y values for the upper right corner. So you need those two values to define a rectangle. So he wants to build this as a game, a command line interface game, no graphical user interface, and he wants his students to guess a point that is inside that rectangle. So to guess the x and the y coordinates for that point. So the program should ask, guess the point x coordinate, and the student should try to guess a point that is inside that rectangle. Like, let's say 3 for x and maybe 7 for y. And then you press enter and the program gives you the final results. So your point was inside the rectangle, true. So 0.37 was inside the rectangle with those coordinates. So obviously your teacher is trying to train his students to remember coordinates and to understand them better. So that is exactly what the program should do. Anytime you execute it, it creates some other random values for the rectangle. And then you input some other values like that. In case the point is not there, it should print out false. That's the output. That's how the program looks like. Now let me ask you a question in the next lecture.